People call it El Chupacabra, the goat sucker. Is it just a myth? Or could the Chupacabra be real? I'm in Puerto Rico, where farm animals have been attacked and drained of all their blood. He's been seen in this cave. Could he still be in there? Whoa.
I'm in New Mexico to find out if vampire bats have anything to do with this mystery. So they do drink blood.
They do drink blood. They drink only blood. They'll make a little tiny bite, and the blood will start flowing.
And Doubting Dave shows you how to make a monster trail in the woods near you.
So what do they think made our clues?
I've never seen an animal like that. He ripped it all up with his nails.
But what will your friends find at the end of it?
Let's find out.
It's the weirdest, wildest monster hunt we've ever been on, so don't cover your eyes. Wait a minute.
This is Mystery Hunters.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
This is where it happened. Farm animals were killed right here and drained of all their blood by a mysterious creature. Many locals believe that it could be something supernatural. Oh, hi, Rafael. Rafael is a local farmer. One afternoon, he went to check on his sheep and found that 3 of them were dead and many more hurt. They all had strange wounds. What did the wounds look like?
I had some pictures. You can see them round bites close to the neck.
These don't look like regular animal bites. They look like fang holes. Did you find any other clues that might tell us what did this?
Well, the police and the civil defense, they were looking around, but they couldn't find anything.
What do you think they were looking for?
I think they think that the animals were attacked by the chupacabras.
The blood-sucking chupacabra was first reported about 15 years ago, right here in Puerto Rico. Many types of animals began turning up dead, with the same types of fang marks on their necks. Witnesses said that there was no blood left in the animals' veins. If the civil defense investigated the attacks, I wonder what they found. The attacks on Rafael's sheep weren't the only ones. It happened all over the island of Puerto Rico. Madeline Tolentino said that she saw the Chupacabra out on the street one night. Okay, can you tell me what you saw?
Sí.
She says, I was driving home one night and I saw something strange. I tried to get a little closer to see what it was, but I couldn't make it out. I think I startled it and it ran away. I can't tell you what it was exactly, but it certainly wasn't human. Just the same, I got a pretty good look at it. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. Can you describe exactly what you saw?
Bueno, era algo de 3 a 4.
But not to me, to the police. I'm bringing Madeline to the police department to meet Lieutenant Hector Soto. He's a police sketch artist. His drawings have helped identify some of Puerto Rico's most dangerous criminals. He can draw whoever or whatever an eyewitness describes. So how big was the creature?
De 3 a 4 pies de estatura. La nariz eran como 2 rotitos alargados así hacia abajo. Tenía 2 brazos y 2 piernas.
Here it is, Puerto Rico's most wanted, the Chupacabra. Now that I know what he looks like, I just have to find him.
Hey, Araya.
Christina, I have a police sketch of the Chupacabra. I'm sending it to you now.
Whoa, that is pretty freaky. But I think I found something even better. A Chupacabra grave. I'll keep you posted. A Texas farmer shot a Chupacabra and buried it right here. No one has ever dug up the bones. Until now.
The Chupacabra isn't the only mysterious creature that might be wandering around in the woods. Just ask 14-year-old Keelan Majuri of Ontario, Canada. He heard about a strange creature that may be two regular creatures fused into one. Up. Take a look on the Mystery Illustrator. Dear Doubting Dave, I've heard of a creature that's part jackrabbit and part antelope called the jackalope. It's supposed to be just a myth, like unicorns and dragons. But I read on the internet that people have actually seen them. Is the jackalope real? Well, Keelan, people have been trying to prove that jackalopes exist for centuries. It's only Bigfoot. Jackalope sightings go back to the 1500s, but most scientists believed they were either mistakes or hoaxes. Then, about 50 years ago, something incredible happened. Someone got a picture of a jackalope, and it wasn't blurry like most monster photos. It was crystal clear. But is the creature in that photo really half rabbit, half antelope? No. This animal is all rabbit, but he has something called a Shope virus. That's what made those growths on his head that look like antlers. And every so-called jackalope photo since then has turned out to be rabbits with the Shope virus too. So, Keelan, it looks like somebody probably just saw one of those rabbits and started the legend of the jackalope. Maybe the Chupacabra is just a regular animal too. That's how most monster legends get started. All right. So long, buddy. All right. I mean, word is Bigfoot's just a bunch of alley cats who got stuck together fighting over a jar of peanut butter. Thanks for the great email.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
Could a supernatural, blood-sucking creature called a Chupacabra be killing farm animals in Puerto Rico and Texas? A Texas farmer shot a Chupacabra and buried it right here.
Noah buried it around there somewhere.
Devin McAnally shot this creature and buried it here. Devin, I found something! When did you first see this creature?
Oh, some time ago. I had already seen it 3 times since it had killed my chickens. I knew that creature was around, and I caught a glimpse of it, and it ran off into the bush, but I knew it would be back, so I got my gun and got ready.
Devin says the creature he saw was strange-looking, with blue skin and almost no fur. Have there been reports of Chupacabras in this area?
There's that name again. Yeah, I knew people would say Chupacabra.
Do you think that's what it could have been?
Well, it's nothing that I could compare it to.
Whoa! A skull. Wow.
Yeah, look at those teeth.
My gosh.
The fangs. Really looks like something from Halloween, doesn't it?
It does. It's actually really creepy looking.
Still, it doesn't look as ferocious as it did in real life.
What do you think? Did the creature you shot look like this?
Well, not quite, but as freaky as that.
Devin, can I borrow these bones? I'd like to get them analyzed.
Oh, okay. The DNA?
Yeah.
You bet.
Great. DNA testing may take a while, but it will tell me for sure what kind of creature Devin shot. How could the Chupacabra Madeline described look different from the creature Devin saw? Could there be more than one type of Chupacabra? Wow. Are these all Chupacabras? And could this be one of them? Hey, Araya, are you there?
Hey, Christina. Did you find a Chupacabra?
I don't know yet. I've only got bones. Check this out.
Wow. I was hoping you'd look a little friendlier.
Why?
Because I'm about to try and catch one.
A live one? How?
I found some people who said they know where it lives, but I've got to go.
Good. Luck. I gotta get an expert to look at these bones.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
These members of the local search and rescue team are leading me straight to the Chupacabra's lair. And this isn't the first time they've been there. They're from Aguas Buenas, another town where farm animals were attacked. They led a search party into the jungle to find out if what attacked the farm animals was a Chupacabra. So, Nick, how did you track the attacker?
We saw the footprints.
What did they look like?
They look like ostrich. We followed the footprints.
They look like the prints of a giant bird. Where'd the footprints lead?
To this big cave. It was over there. Just follow us.
Is this it?
Yes.
Did you guys find anything when you were in there?
No, we didn't find anything.
You guys wait here.
Araya, take my helmet.
Thanks. I'm going into the cave where they believe the Chupacabra lived. Or still lives. Maybe a big group of people scared it into hiding. No, you guys wait here too. I've got to go in alone.
Do you think there's a monster in these woods? They do. I told them people saw one run through here last night. Then I invited them here to help me look for clues, just like people in Puerto Rico do when they track the Chupacabra. But will a few small clues you could probably find in the woods near you actually make people believe there was a monster here? Let's find out. Clue number 1, a print in the mud.
Could be a foot, but it kind of looked like an alien if it was a foot. It must have been pretty big to push like that deep.
It looks like it's heavy. Maybe it jumped.
I've never seen an animal like that.
I actually made this print by pressing a rock I found into the mud. Clue number 2, marks on a tree.
I think they're like claws.
Yeah, it could have went like this and scratched it and pulled itself over maybe. If it jumped, it could have scratched it with its nails. It should be very strong.
These are not claw marks. I found this broken tree in the woods. Then I used a sharp rock to make some claw marks in it. Clue number 3, a shredded tree trunk.
It was using its teeth and ripping off layers.
Wow, it would have to have pretty sharp teeth for that.
A strong jaw. Maybe he has sharp nails and he ripped it all up with his nails.
It looked like if it was trying to eat it.
I doubt anything has chewed on this tree. I found it just like this. It's so rotten, it's just falling apart on its own. Now that all my friends have seen our clues, I've asked them to draw what they think the creature looks like. Most people in Puerto Rico have never seen a Chupacabra, but lots of them have seen clues they think were left by a Chupacabra. Then they had to imagine what might have made them, just like my friends are doing now. So what do they think made our clues? You're not gonna believe it. These drawings are great, but do you guys want to know what really went through the woods?
What?
Me.
When your imagination takes charge, you just think of anything and it just mixes up in your brain and you see stuff that is not real, but you think it's real. People just take ideas and clues, put them together, and they'll think of practically anything.
Have you ever seen an animal like the one you drew? Could people have imagined at least some of the Chupacabras they say are out there from clues like we made here? Who knows? But one thing's for sure. Things aren't always what they seem.
Cut. All right, fellas, that's a wrap.
Is that it? All right, great job,
awesome.
guys.
All right.
See you tomorrow. Awesome. Okay. Whoa, guys, wait for me.
We'll be right back with more Mystery Hunters. We now return to Mystery Hunters.
A man in Texas shot a strange creature that was attacking his chickens. Could it be the Chupacabra? The bones of the creature he shot might hold the answer. Owen is a paleontologist. She can identify any animal just by looking at its bones.
Watch the jaw.
Have you ever seen an animal like this before?
Take a closer look. Yes, this looks like one of our native canids, or members of the dog family here in Texas, coyote.
How can you tell?
One of the features that we see in members of the dog family is a special tooth. This is called the upper fourth premolar. And if we just count these teeth here, 1, 2, 3, 4, this really large one is a blade shape. And that shape is very characteristic in members of the dog family.
Do you have other skulls with teeth that we can compare it to?
I do. This is an adult coyote skull.
These look identical.
Check the teeth. If you look carefully,
it's the same tooth. See, but what Devin described wasn't a coyote. He said that it was bluish in color and it was kind of losing its hair.
That sounds like a coyote with sarcoptic mange.
So the creature looked strange because it was sick.
Oftentimes these animals will lose all their hair and their skin takes on a slate blue color. So they start to look very, very strange. They don't look like a coyote anymore. And they start behaving a little strangely.
Can I do a DNA test just to be sure?
Certainly. I think if you were to get one of the teeth, you should be able to get some DNA information from that sample.
DNA testing would prove beyond a shadow of a doubt whether it's a coyote or not.
We should have the results for you in a few days.
Will this turn out to be a chupacabra or just a mangy coyote? I should tell Araya to keep a lookout for coyotes in Puerto Rico. Not found. But if there aren't any coyotes in Puerto Rico, then whatever Araya's trying to catch could be much worse.
I can see why a blood-sucking creature would want to call this home. Whoa. Looks like somebody carved this a long time ago, but I wonder if that's the face of the Chupacabra. Stinks. Wait a second. What's that sound? Sounds like wings. Wait a minute. Whoa. Bats. All over the place. They're everywhere. There might be blood-sucking creatures in here after all. That cave is full of bats. And the most famous bat in the world is a bloodsucker. The vampire bat.
Right. Did you see the Chupacabra?
I think I might have. The cave is full of bats.
You think the Chupacabra in Puerto Rico was actually a blood-sucking bat?
Maybe. The little round bites on the animals that were attacked did look like fang marks. But I can't tell for sure, and I'm a long way from the closest bat expert.
Say no more. I'm on it. Are these vampire bats?
These are vampire bats.
They hardly look like they'd be mean.
Well, they're not mean. Vampire bats aren't mean creatures. They just happen to drink blood.
So they do drink blood?
They do drink blood. They drink only blood. They don't even drink water. Just
really?
Blood.
What kind of animals will they drink blood from?
These bats only drink the blood of birds.
Do they drink blood from any other animals, or?
They've been known from time to time to take blood from mammals like goats.
Just like the Chupacabra. Can I watch them feed? These chickens don't know what they're in for.
Okay, ladies. Out we go.
I'm sending the chickens into the room where the vampire bats are kept. If I can catch the bats sucking blood, I can show that the fang marks on some of the animals that were attacked could have been caused by a bunch of hungry bats. The lights are off, and the chickens are going to sleep. Oh my gosh, here come the bats. That's so freaky. The bats are actually like vampires, but Daniel, why aren't the bats killing the chickens?
Well, they don't drink enough blood to actually kill the chickens. They sneak up to the legs of the chickens, to the toes of the chickens, and yeah, just like that. And with their little razor-sharp teeth, when the chickens are sleeping in quiet, and they'll make a little tiny bite out of the toe of a chicken, and the blood will start flowing. And the bat will stick its sharp little tongue in and out of that little wound, and the bat drinks its fill and then flies off to its roost.
Daniel, how much blood can a bat suck out at one time?
Almost a tablespoon each night of blood.
Wow, that must be quite a bit for these birds.
For a bird, that's a lot of blood.
Daniel, we're investigating an animal that's had its blood sucked in Puerto Rico. It doesn't seem like one of these small vampire bats could have done that.
These are small animals. They do drink blood, but they would not suck an animal dry. This is not your Chupacabra.
Araya, vampire bats aren't capable of killing animals like Raphael's sheep. And anyway, I checked, and the bats you found aren't even vampire bats. That kind doesn't live in Puerto Rico. And remember when Raphael told you that the police took away his dead animal?
Well, the police and the civil defense, they took some animal with them, but I don't know what happened.
Maybe you can find out where they took those animals.
I'm way ahead of you. I found them, or rather him. David Morales is the doctor who examined the remains of those farm animals that were attacked. Hi, Dr. Morales.
Hi, Araya. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. So what were you looking for when you examined the animals?
I was just checking to see what caused the death of the animals.
And what do you think did it?
I think it was wild dogs, wild monkeys.
But could a wild monkey or dog suck all the blood out of another animal?
No, all the animals that I did, I found blood.
He says that when the heart stops beating, blood stops flowing and stays inside the body, where it can't be seen. And so it just looks like all the blood was sucked out of it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Hey, Christina. Well, it looks like the Chupacabra attacks here in Puerto Rico were probably caused by wild dogs or monkeys.
I got the DNA test results back from the bones of the animal that attacked Devin McAnally's chickens.
Well?
Pamela Owen was right. Definitely a coyote.
So I guess the explanation for all these Chupacabra attacks is natural, not supernatural.
Yeah, but either way, life around here is pretty dangerous if you're a chicken.
Be careful. You might have to share that with a mangy coyote.
Bye. Hello. Remember, things aren't always what they seem.